Have you ever heard a name so many times or a tale so haunting that it started to echo in your dreams? As if just by whispering it, you were somehow pulling it closer. What if those aren't just tricks in your mind? What if belief does have the power to ultimately shape the world around us and simultaneously breathe form and life into the shadows? And in our age of screens and endless connection, shared myths and legends alike now run on a very terrifying new form of nightmare fuel. In the Himalayas, there's an idea born from Tibetan mysticism that speaks of creating thought forms by sheer mental focus called tulpas. Monks were said to be able to conjure these entities, which eventually took on a will of their own. They can manifest as companions, servants, and even spiritual guides. But the oldest texts warn, once created, a tulpa develops its own desires and its own hungers. But today, this phenomenon could be happening in a way no one could have possibly intended or foresee. We don't need the meditation. We have the algorithm. We have crowds. Millions of minds contemplating and conceptualizing the same stories. And one story I'm sure you've heard of, the rake, the creepypasta, the horror story. Until it wasn't one at all. People began seeing it, waking to its gaunt face and its way too long fingers. The joints that bend wrong. When one person hallucinates, we call it madness. And when thousands see the exact same thing, what do we call that? Skeptics are primed to call it paranoia. In Tibet, tulpas started as experiments, but online, millions obsess over the same nightmare. And that's how some nightmares learn to walk. It starts as a story, then a shared obsession. It just takes enough people wanting it, enough curiosity, enough fear, and enough rage, all funneled into one bone-chilling ideal. What if it were real? What if it came back? It starts as a hashtag, then a shrine of pixelated photos, then the first sighting. That's when you know it's not just a memory anymore. When the monk Alexandra David-Néel conjured a tulpa of her own, it was that of a jovial monk. Until it changed. It grew thin. It smiled less, eventually rebelling against its owner. It took her months of focus to properly destroy him. And afterwards she wondered, did I truly kill it? Or just scatter it into pieces? How intense or amplified does an emotion have to become, be it fear, curiosity, or loss, before it has the energy to conjure into something that now has the power to manifest into the most chaotic of forms? Imagine an energy or emotion so fierce it tears a hole into the world. Now imagine needing to steal it, not mourn, not move on, destroy what you begged for. If a solitary monk can do this, what happens when millions scream a name into the dark? Every tribute post, every blurred evidence video, every midnight DM begging for a sign. They're not honoring the myth, they're building the legend. Every like, every share, it's not remembrance, it's revival. They're feeding something. We used to fear what lurked in the dark. But if belief alone can create something new, then how many of those fears have we alone summoned? So now, we fear what we created. Ask yourself, what have you already brought to life?